What I'm looking at right now is so beautiful. Somebody told me, get out of the capital and just go a couple of 100 kilometers south and you will see some beautiful scenery. And this is where I am right now.
Meet Palle Bo, a digital nomad from Denmark on an epic journey around the world. At the age of 50, he made a bold decision. He sold everything, his house, his car, his furniture, and set out with a quest to visit every single country in the world, documenting everything along the way. This is the Radio Vagabond podcast.
I decided to stay a little bit longer in this country, and I am so glad I did.
This episode of the Radio Vagabond podcast is sponsored by Hotels25.com. Hotels25.com searches all top travel sites to find the best deals on more than 430,000 hotels around the world. Hotels25.com, its best price guaranteed.
I spent a week in Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, and I would like to repeat that I really enjoyed being in Taipei, even though you might not think so after listening to the latest episode from Taiwan. All the stuff about my apartment, that was just details in a week full of adventures and very nice moments. Again, I took advantage of the so-called free walking tours where you just show up and go for a walk with a young guide and then give a little bit of tips at the end if you like it, and we normally do. One of the good things about these walking tours is that you get introduced to a city and maybe see some stuff that you want to explore some more a bit later. And then you get to see a lot of different stuff that you might otherwise miss. Also, it's a great way to meet other travelers, and so did I. One of them told me that he just came from a place south of Taipei, a place that had some stunning nature. It was my plan to leave Taiwan, but when I heard of it from this fellow traveler at a free walking tour, I decided to check it out. I needed to get here to Xincheng Township, and I needed to go via Hualien, a few hundred kilometers south of Taipei. So I went to the train station a few days ago to get myself a ticket. Buying a train ticket in Taiwan can be quite challenging. Have a listen. Hello. I need to go to that station tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Hualien.
I see. This is what Google Maps tells me, that I need to go there first and then back to Baipu.
So you want to go to Hualien?
Yeah, well, I want to go there, but this is...
Yes. Transfer.
Yes, that's what the app tells me, that I need to change at Hualien. But if there's a direct train, that would be better.
So today you go to Baipu?
Tomorrow
morning?
Yes. 9, 10 o'clock.
You one person?
Yes.
Tomorrow morning, 9:15.
Yeah.
To Hualien. Taipei depart time. Hualien.
So 12 is at that station?
No, this. Yeah.
And what about this?
You must transfer, take a local train.
Okay.
Take a local train to Baipu.
And you can't sell me the ticket to the local train. I need to buy that there.
Yeah, you can buy local train here.
I can.
Okay. So
when is
Taipei
that?
to Hualien and by Hualien to Baipu local train. Okay.
Yeah.
You buy credit card or cash? Credit card or cash?
Cash, I think.
Cash.
Yes.
Okay.
When I was in Taipei, I found a very nice bed and breakfast. On the pictures, when I looked at it on Hotels25.com, it looked like a mansion. But then I took a look at Google Street View, and I could see that the whole area looked a little bit dodgy. So I thought, oh my God, did I book something wrong again? But then I got here and it was just perfect and much more than I had hoped for. I'll tell you more about why in a minute. But first, Do you remember the problems I had with my trash last week?
In last week's episode on the Radio Vagabond podcast.
The thing about the trash, you need to read this, her response to the thing about the trash. Just read it as it's written there.
Taiwan, everyone have to be downstairs by 9. There's classic music, and you just put trash with everyone by the lane.
Did you get that?
Not really.
Me neither. Me neither. I had no idea what she was talking about. And she continues to explain.
The car will come over and collect.
Still didn't make much sense to me.
It's the first night here in Hualien, and all of a sudden I'm sitting inside the room and I hear this tune, this electronic tune, going over and over again. And all of a sudden it clicked to me. Could that be what she was talking about, my Airbnb host? The garbage truck coming, playing this tune at night, and then people come out of their houses and dump their garbage in the garbage truck. I went outside, and it's almost 8 o'clock, and I see a woman coming out with a bunch of bags, just standing there, waiting patiently for the garbage truck to come this way. They don't come around emptying garbage bins, because those are not to be found anywhere, as I found out in Taipei. Apparently this is the way it works here, that when they hear this tune, people come out of their houses with the garbage they've been gathering for the last couple of days and then dump it into the trucklets.
And the garbage truck is here now, and it's quite loud right now, and they're playing this tune over and over again. I'm glad I don't have that job, because listening to this inferno of sound must be driving a man crazy. But it's an ordinary garbage truck, and when it was here, we all went up there and just dumped our bags into the garbage truck, and now they're heading down the street again.
So she said in Taiwan they play classical music. That's what she called it, classical music. It was not classical music in my ears. It was no Mozart, I can tell you that. In fact, it was more like a little annoying 10-second electronic tune repeating again and again and again for half an hour every single night. The township Xincheng, where I'm staying right now, isn't that special. To be honest, there's not much to see, but this is not a problem to me. I'm mainly here for a few days to rest and a place to catch up on my work. I have a lot to do and some deadlines from my clients back home in Denmark. And then I'll take a day to see the beautiful nature that I heard so much about. But like I said, this bed and breakfast is great. The room is very nice, but especially the host family, they are some of the friendliest people I've stayed with on this trip. It's a family-owned place with a young couple. They're called Kobe and Nick, and they have a small baby. And Nick's mother is also living here, and she's cooking for the family every night. And since I've been sitting a lot, working most of the time in the main room at the reception, where I found the best Wi-Fi, this was in fact also the family dining room, I found out. So they invited me to eat with them, and they've done that twice without them accepting me to pay for it. One night, Nick's mother made a very special Chinese dish called Stinky Tofu. Yeah, it's no offense, that's what it's called. Look it up on Wikipedia. It's a form of fermented tofu that has a very strong odor. It's usually sold at night markets or roadside stands as a snack, or in lunch bars as a side dish rather than in restaurants. It tastes okay, but the smell is special. Another example of this host family's kindness. When I wanted to go to the national park Taroko yesterday, I needed to get to the beach in order to get the bus. And Nick offered to drive me there, and again he refused to take any money for it. None of them speak a lot of English, and I don't speak a lot of Mandarin. But with translation apps on our phones, we are able to communicate just a little bit.
What I'm looking at right now is so beautiful. I'm in Taroko National Park. They have different hikes and scenic walks, and I decided to go on one of them. And this is where I am right now. Below me is a white water river, and everywhere I look there are mountains, vertical cliffs, 200 meters at least. And it is so beautiful. I've been walking along the edge for an hour or so, and I cannot get enough of this. This is so beautiful.
The trip to Taroko National Park has absolutely been the highlight of my trip here in Taiwan, and I can highly recommend it if you visit the island. In fact, I would recommend that you travel around the entire island if you have the time. Unfortunately, I don't. Also, Nick's sister Penny and her husband Epic has come for a visit. They live in Taipei and they stopped by after a week of camping. And especially Penny speaks a little bit better English than the rest of the family. So we have been able to communicate more since they got here.
I cannot eat anymore. I cannot eat. Thank you.
Next time when you come here, you need more stomach.
Yeah.
Stomach.
It's not good for me.
Everything looks very good.
Yeah.
They told me that whenever they're here, they make sure that they go for a visit to the famous night market in Hualien. And they asked me if I would like to come along. And I'm so glad that I accepted.
So I'm at the night market at Hualien, and I was invited here by this wonderful Taiwanese couple, Penny and Epic. And you live in Taipei, but
Yeah.
you're here. You've been here many times.
Yeah. Many times.
Many
in
times.
here.
You say that whenever you go to this place, you want to visit the night market. Why is it
Yeah.
so special?
Because have different many delicious food, and some food in Taipei we cannot eat. Just in here we can eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maji.
And we started out by going to the corner where they have this famous shop where they have corn on a cob.
Oh, barbecue corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you choose how spicy it should be, and it's very delicious. Then we went across and had a very strong local beer.
Yeah, local beer.
Yeah. So we're a little bit drunk now.
A little bit, almost drunk.
It was strong, yes. And then you took me to right over here, this place that's very noisy right now. They have some pig blood.
Yeah, pig blood.
Yeah, and it was a sort of a. Then they had put some maybe I think it was some chili sauce on it, and then they put it in some peanuts and some parsley.
Yeah,
and then we ate it. But the whole idea for me, just eating pig blood like that, it was. But it tasted good. It tasted.
Yeah,
I felt this is wrong, but at the same time it tasted good.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah. And then we went to a place down the street here and met this this very nice young man.
Oh, my name is Jie Wu Jiang.
And the shop, what's it called?
Oh, shop. Oh, my shop name is Yuan Xiang. Yuan Xiang.
Oh yeah, I could see there. It said Yuan Chuan.
对，Yuan Xiang.
Yeah. And you sell something called roast mochi.
Mochi. Yeah. Oh. I miss food. The best. I miss food. Number one food is rice cake. Rice cake have the four kinds. Have the purple rice, mealy, and the red rice. So it's famous.
And I just had the spicy one.
Oh,
very hot. Very hot.
Okay.
Yeah, but Very, very good. Thank you. Thank you. And that was some kind of rice.
Purple rice
Yeah.
with barbecue and spicy.
Yeah.
Put spicy.
You gave me so much different to eat, and I'm so grateful. One of the unique and different things about being with this kind Taiwanese couple was that whenever we had a snack or a beer, they insisted on paying for it. I don't know if I explain it correctly, because as a part of I'm Danish, and a part of Danish culture is that it's difficult for me when you are just paying for it every time. But being your guest, should I accept just being grateful and saying thank you? It's difficult, but it's difficult. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's difficult for me where I come from that you just pay all the time. But I'm so grateful. But
because different places have different culture and different food. Yeah, so you can try. If you can eat, you can try anything.
Yeah. But I'm so thankful that you invited me here, and I've enjoyed it so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I didn't first quite know how to react to this. I wasn't expecting them to pay, and I wanted to give back. But also I was afraid that I would offend them by saying, no, I'll get this one, when they wanted to pay.
Oh my God!
Other than the different food stands, there were different games where you could win a teddy bear, and I so wanted to get a teddy bear for the baby as a gift to show them how much I appreciated their kindness. I've seen no shops in the township where they sold toys and teddy bears, and here at the night market there was also no shops, just food stands and games. So I tried my best to win a teddy bear, but I failed miserably every time.
我送他一次哈，你跟他讲5到30，让他选一个号码，随便选，骰中了我就给娃娃。好，你翻。
因为他。She give you a free time, and you choose the number. One number from 5到30。5 to 30, you choose one number. If you
Okay.
要告诉我几号
which one? Yeah.
他不用我这里的数字随便。
还有26。
好。
26 is 26。
好 ，OK。
26. If you choose the 26, you win.
哎，有7变9加12才21 ，21。
9加6，
I said 21, didn't I?
21哦，对吗？对，谢谢 ，Thank you。
I wanted to win a teddy bear.
他其实26。
I'm at the airport now in Taipei, getting ready to go for my next destination. This morning I had to go to the train station in Hualien. It's around 10 kilometers from where I lived, in order to get the train to Taipei and then the bus here to the airport. And again, Nick offered to drive me. And this time I insisted on paying him. I didn't ask him how much he wants, I just gave him a decent amount of cash. On the train I spoke to an Asian woman about the whole thing with the kindness from these people, from the night market and the driving and the dinner and all that. And she told me that it was good that I didn't insist on paying for anything at the night market. They had invited me and felt that it was natural that they also paid for me. And according to her, it would have been offending them if I would have insisted on paying. So I handled that one correctly, according to my new Asian friend. But when I gave Nick some cash in the car this morning, I should have put it in an envelope, or maybe just a wrapped piece of paper. In that way, it wouldn't have been like cash I'd given him. It would more have been like a gift. And that would have been better. I really hope that Nick didn't feel that I offended him. That was definitely not my intention.
we're almost at the end of this one, but first I'd like to mention the sponsor of this episode, Hotels25.com. Hotels25.com searches all top travel sites to find the best deals on more than 430,000 hotels around the world. Hotels25.com, it's best price guaranteed.
In next week's episode on the Radio Vagabond podcast.
Right now, I'm off to my next destination, which is Singapore, and I'm so looking forward to that.
If you like this podcast, please subscribe in iTunes or the podcast app on your smartphone. You can see pictures, watch videos, and read much more on the radiovagabond.com. Pale can be reached for interviews and public speaking gigs on mail at theradiovagabond.com.
My name is Palebo, and I got to keep moving. See you.